Hey guys, and welcome to this video of VHS titles. The first one I have is Maxie's World, What a Girl, What a World, and it was actually released by Celebrity Home Entertainment's Just for Kids line. And this is the cover, the side, and the back. Now the second one is also Maxie's World, What a Girl, What a World. The difference is the first one is a 1 hour copy, and then the second one is a 2 hour copy, which for whatever reason was released and sold. Um, so it basically has the same cover, side, and the back cover artwork. And like I said, this one actually has a few more episodes. I would say the first one has about maybe 3, and then this one would have about 5. The next one is Maxie's World Surfs Up in Surfside. And this is actually the 2 hour edition. Here's the side. And then here is actually the back. And I believe this back cover artwork is the same one used for the DVD of Maxie's World, the complete series. And this would actually be the cover of that DVD released by Mill Creek Entertainment. Uh, the last one of the Maxie's World VHS that I have is called Dancing and Romancing, and it's again a 2 hour edition. And here's a look at the cover and the side, and then here's the back cover artwork. It's kind of wrapped up so you can barely see, but there's a better look. The next one I have, also released through Celebrity Home Entertainment's Just for Kids line, is Macron 1, Dark Discovery in a New World. And I believe this is the first one that was released through the same company. Here's a look at the side, and then here's the back cover artwork. And this has the first few episodes of the series, which I believe ran for maybe 65 episodes. And like Voltron, it was an import anime brought over and then redubbed into English, giving it a whole new storyline. And this, I believe, never made it to DVD. And then the second one I have is Macron 1, Flight of the Battle Robots, and it's the 2 hour edition. Here's a look at the side, and then here's a look at the back. Now, also want to note, actually, that building is actually from Laser Tag Academy, if I'm not mistaken. And this company also released volume of those cartoons as well. Why it ended up on the back of the Macron 1 box, I have no idea. Just also let you know that during its run on TV, Macron 1 featured Top 40 Music, which was released, which was actually removed from the VHS releases, I guess, for copyright issues. But in the cartoon series, the VHS copy, they used generic music, and it's not bad, but it's kind of obvious in some parts of the cartoon that that wasn't the original music or something else belonged there. So the next volume is Macron 1, Dark Star's Revenge, and it's the 2 hour edition. This is a look at the side copy, this and the back cover artwork. Now that spaceship does not look familiar. It looks something from Voltron, I don't remember seeing that in this episode. But that's the back. Then moving on to another copy, or another title that was never released on DVD, is actually Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines, and this is a fully animated video cassette. And basically, when this ran during Hasbro Super Sunday. It ran in different parts. If I'm not mistaken, maybe 13 parts. And then this is actually the parts put into one movie, but again, it was never released on DVD in any continent. The other series, Gem Inhumanoids, um, so a few others, I think, Robotics, they were all released on DVD at some point, either US or in region 2. But this was the only one that never made it to DVD in any format, so or any region format. So here's a look at the front and the side. And this was released by High Tops Video. And there's a look at the back. It says the runtime is 53 minutes. And again, it has all the cartoons put together into a movie. The next VHS I have is Barbie and the Rockers Out of This World, Volume 1. It's actually released by High Tops Video as well. And here's a look at the side. And then here's a look at the back. Now with this, the story on this series is that they actually made a 1 hour TV special, and there were 2 parts, and it was for Barbie and the Rockers. Later on, Mattel decided to release a second line of dolls titled Barbie and the Sensations. And in the 1 hour special, the Rockers went back in time to the 50s, and they went by the name The Sensations. But later on in the episode or the special, they returned back to the current time, which was the 80s, and they were the Rockers again. So what Mattel did was, instead of creating a second animation or a second cartoon special, they decided to just separate the TV special into 2 parts, and then label the second volume or second part of it as Barbie and the Sensations. Even though in a cartoon, they returned to the 80s and they're no longer the Sensation. So what they did was they also went back and then redubbed uh, the name of the group, the Sensations. So whenever they're addressed, they're called the Sensations. Even when they go back to the 80s, they're called the Sensations. So I would prefer if they had stayed the Rockers, but I mean, it is what it is. And also during that time period, um, Mattel had a falling out with Deke Enterprises, who produced the cartoon, and so that's why there were no other episodes created for this series. And then Deke went on to partner with um, Marvel's rival Hasbro, and they produced Maxie's World cartoon series, which is kind of similar to the Barbie cartoon. So here's a look at the front cover, and then here's the side, and then here's a look at the back. Now these were actually released, I believe, in Italy, only in Italy on DVD, so it's not in English. And then you have to buy the 2 different DVDs to get the 25-minute episode. So that's the only way that you'll get these. Currently, Mattel owns the rights to these cartoons, not Deke, or actually Cookie Jar, which owns Deke now. So they're the only ones who have the authority to release it on DVD. But at this current time, they're not really interested in releasing it, or they haven't no plans to release it on DVD officially. The next one I have is Pride of the X-Men, and this was actually released by Marvel Video, which was previously Best Found. Now, this particular episode was meant to be the launching pad of a new X-Men series prior to the '90s X-Men series that had come. So this one actually preceded it, but there were no more episodes made in this style or in this continuation for whatever reason. I really do like the animation on this. It's very clean, and I like the characters they choose. In this one, actually, they use Dazzler. Not the design of Dazzler I'm crazy about. I prefer the original roller skating Dazzler, but in this one, she's used instead of Jean Grey as their resident mutant female. So this is a look at the side, and this is actually the origin of Kitty Pryde, or actually how she joins the team. And I really wish this had been released when they released the whole X-Men series. So at some point, it may be released. That's what I'm hoping. So basically, it's that one episode, and there's 22 minutes, and then that's that. And then the last VHS I have in my collection is actually Endless Summer, Donna Summer's Greatest Hits. And this is actually released by Polygram. And this one also has not been released on DVD at any point. And this one basically has most of her 80s videos. Uh, there were no videos for the 70s songs, but again, you know, it was the 70s, so they probably didn't have actual music videos. So and that's pretty much my whole collection at this point. I only have VHS movies or films that were never released on DVD, and hopefully at some point, all of these will be released on DVD at some point. Well, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to leave comments for me or like the video, and have a good one.